Hey y'all, greetings. Welcome to the Make It Figure Palace. It's Dr. A, and we're back again for what things we do here on the YouTube streets. Okay, I got plenty of eggplants for each and every. Oh God, that sounds weird. Can we hear me? Can you hear me? I have plenty of eggplants for each and every one of you. So hopefully you all will enjoy the eggplants. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to introduce our latest Mr. Eggplant. He was dying to meet you all. So while we're trying to get entertained, before while I do my intros, I will be introducing one of the eggplants. And so hopefully you all are ready to engage and meet him. And so he's ready. He's been ready for quite some time. Okay. So anyway, good evening, good afternoon. It's not evening, it's afternoon. Welcome to McFlick Files. Of course, I'm Dr. A, and I'm back here in the place to be. Of course, I'm your crystal rock goddess, so we're definitely in the place to be. Okay. So just make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video. So come on inside the crystal palace, take your shoes off, leave them by the door. Stop at the crystal bar, grab your crystals, grab your relations, because over here we'll honor our ancestors, okay? So, 5 ways to become crystal. One way all you gotta do is like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I need my nails done bad. Like, y'all, I'm getting them done probably next week, okay? So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the video. It's so important to the girls to this channel. The second way to become crystal, all you have to do is type, and we call that what? We call that the boom boom room, okay? I just came from outside, y'all. Y'all know I'm putting on my coat. The third way to become crystal, all you have to do is listen. We call that what the we call it the parlor room. The fourth way we call, and after the show, there's an after party. And after party, there's a hotel live with them. Our house gang up this thing, okay? So make sure y'all listen, okay? Fifth way to become crystal. And of course, everything else is free, but this is going to just cost you 99 cents a month, which is nothing, right? Less than a cigarette. All you have to do right now this week, I think we're going to do it Friday. I think we're doing it today. Was it today or tomorrow? Either way, I'll figure it out. I'm going to go live, and it's just going to be members only. We're going to discuss a particular book. We're going to discuss some things that we want to discuss, okay? So make sure you welcome to the Eclectic Palace, Crystal Palace. Okay. So the thing again, um, we're gonna do a book club for the 99 cent monthly, once a month. We're gonna do a book club more than that, but I mean we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to do it every once a week. Okay, just once a week we're gonna do it. And so what else? Oh, $2 off on any of your orders. Okay. Let me go ahead and speak to the people I have here. How you doing, Ebony? Welcome to McFlicky Palace. How you doing, Miss Darius? Welcome to McFlicky Palace. Okay, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. I don't know who we're gonna talk about. I think we're gonna talk about I Love by Erica. I watched her video into another reaction. Um, and I was like, wow, what is she talking about? Because I'm like I told y'all, I was kind of getting over of talking about. Oh no, let's start with Creobae and then we're gonna move on to Love by Erica. Now we're not doing a whole video with Creobae because I don't feel like it. Okay, it is boring until it gets, I rather. Okay, so she woke up in the morning. She went to work. So we're gonna start from there. How you doing, Mara? Welcome to the house. Okay, so we're gonna watch Creobae for right now. Okay, so hopefully give me a second, y'all. And if I gotta post the eggplant, y'all know what time it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey everybody, how you doing, Mara? Welcome to McPick Palace. Okay, let's go.
Well, after that, I know I have hella groceries to pick up, but thankfully my boyfriend came back in town yesterday, so I begged him to go pick up all of that for me because I love to order online and just go pick up. Because the more I walk around the store, the more I add it to a cart. So he's gonna go. I always order from two different stores, as y'all know. Walmart for a lot of things, and then HEB for my meat and produce. So he's gonna go do that for me. And then after I'm done here at the nail shop, I will head home. And then we're supposed to
Can
go
y'all hear
to
me?
one of his friends' food trucks tonight for dinner. So we're gonna go do that. So I'm just gonna hope y'all like the video that I just
Hmm.
recently dropped.
Okay, y'all. Hold on, give me a
And
second here because it sounds weird. Let me make sure that the audio is addressed properly. Let's get this going. Okay, boom. All right, let's try this again, okay? All right, y'all, give me a second here. Let's try it again. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hopefully you can. Mm. Okay. All right, let's get started. Hopefully you all can hear. Can y'all hear the Creobae? Okay, can y'all hear her? Can y'all hear her? Okay, you hear me, but can you hear Creobae? Okay, because it sounds weird to me on my end. Yes, the live. Yes. Okay, thumbs up the live. Yes, tell them that. Okay, let's continue.
yeah, I know tomorrow for this Friday I did take off due to him coming in town and needing things done before Saturday. So we're gonna do a lot of running around tomorrow. To definitely take y'all along
One of
with
the
us
things that
for.
I did notice about you is when you get involved with these relationships, I find it that it's like you really engulf in relationships really fast. And when you get in these relationships, you get in and you take over the family's dynamics and everything. And God, it's rough. I don't know. And then it's like as quickly as you get in, as quickly as you get out. It's just it's very mm, I don't want to call it. You're vampire-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's very vampire-ish. You know what I'm saying? So you have very vampire-ish energy. Like you really suck everything around you. You suck everything dry around you when you get into these relationships, and it's scary almost. It's almost borderline scary. And I don't know about a man, but I don't know about these guys. Maybe they just think you're about them or something. I don't know. Okay, y'all. My bad. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure. Okay. All right, I had to plug the thing back up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, can y'all hear me now? Yeah, she got another boyfriend already. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Now we can hear you. Okay, thank you. Um, so it's scary. It's scary how you get so wrapped up into these guys and you never it's like you're afraid for them to really get to know who you are. You know what I mean? Like you're afraid that if they really get to know who you are, then they'll be out fast. And I don't blame them, right? But you have vampire energy, like the moment that they, you can get a husband so fast. I've noticed that about you. Get a husband, a boyfriend, whatever, really fast. But you don't keep them for long periods of time. By the time they catch up with you, you're moving on somewhere else, and I this is strange, and any man that gets involved with you really need to be careful. I'm going to be honest. Okay, my opinion.
That, and that is about it that I'm aware of for
Because his her
now. But of
boyfriend is
course,
coming to town because I guess he's burying his daughter, y'all. I guess the man's her boyfriend's daughter passed away, or whatever. So, yeah, it's weird.
plans always change, so we'll definitely
I became a medical assistant in less.
So I don't know, y'all. It's crazy.
discuss more about tomorrow's plans tomorrow. So we will see. But yeah, guys, I am almost to my nail shop. It is 4:59 and I'm getting ready to exit the Beltway in like a couple seconds. Literally. Gotta get out my way. And then yeah, I can turn right into
And although we know you are professional, or at least you said you was, I don't know why I thought you was like a registered nurse, and like you're not. You're an administrator, which is nothing wrong with that. But I could have sworn you said you was a registered nurse. So I'm like, okay. Um, but you definitely carry weird energy. You carry energy like you're like, oh, I'm a professional woman. You carry energy like you feel like you're a professional woman, but you still a hood rat. You still just as the way you perceive Eric, love by Erica. That's who you really are. I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay? Because your energy carries like that, and I'm sorry. Don't nobody want to tell the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay, let's go.
the parking lot. So I will see y'all when I get inside. Of course, I will show y'all what I am going for and what I received. Natalie on the nails, Tina on the toes. They are my go-to at this nail shop, which has been the only nail shop I've been going to since I've moved on this side of town. But yeah, I will see y'all in the inside, guys.
You got some planter's feet, I swear. But let's continue. I don't necessarily want you to see you get your nails done, but you do got to plant your feet. I don't want to look at your feet. I feel uncomfortable. That's too intimate for me. I don't want to see your feet.
As I said, I
I
have
apologize, ladies, but and possibly gentlemen, but I'm not looking at this heifer's feet. I'm sorry. You can do that on your time. Dr. A is not looking at her feet. I'm sorry. Thank you. It seems like she got married right and divorced within a year. Exactly. It definitely feels like that. How you doing, pineapples? Welcome to the Mixed Fleek Palace. How you doing, Mastermind? Welcome to the Mixed Fleek Palace. For sure she did. It for sure seems like that. Okay. It for sure seems like that, and it's borderline weird. Yeah, I seen some Kim trails today. They right outside. It's crazy, and I seen it when they put it in there. But that's a whole nother conversation. Um, this right exactly correct pineapple exactly. I can't really say because my son is right in the next row and he's in class, and he's probably not on speaker, right? He's probably on speaker in this class. His mic is unmuted, probably. I'm almost sure of that, but whatever. Um, let's continue.
some last minute things to do for tomorrow. I'm currently almost dressed. My boyfriend's downstairs warming up my car, and we have to go run to the mall and all kind of other stuff. So I'm gonna take that along with me. Sorry I did not show y'all my finished nails yesterday, but sorry, I'm washing my sheets again. Here they go here. Oh, it's kind of blurry. And then my toes is the same, so I have French on my toes. All right, guys.
I'm so glad you did not show your feet. Thank you, everybody in the Bakerfoot crew. Says thank you.
Well, it's time to go. It is cold outside.
I mean, I think you're pretty. I think you are just one of those type of women, right? I still trying to figure out right her real baby daddy is who her real baby daddy is. The husband did never did say, right? So why he? I thought he was kind of. I mean, I would have been. He had every right to feel how he feel, but he seemed like he seemed like he was a, you know what, a little. He just should have dealt with her. He just dumped her. I wouldn't even been on her clowning, clowning and looking stupid. But she just seemed like one of these type of people. You know what I'm saying? She just seemed like she like that. That's what she do for a living. It seemed like that is her. She should teach classes on how to marry a whole bunch of men in 5 year period. Okay. She been married like within a 5 year period. She done married what 2 to 3 different men or golly, shoot, she need to teach a class on that. Okay, just saying she like a lot of little, she like a little eggplant every now and then, little eggplant. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. Let me move my mic a little bit. I'm gonna put it right here. I think it'll be more right. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna try not to knock my mic out. If I do, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna make sure it's connected. Okay. All right. Sorry, hold on. All right, y'all. I'm trying to move my mic here. I'm moving my mic here. Okay. All right. Let me get everything settled. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Okay. Y'all, I'm here. How you doing, Ms. Jones? Welcome to Mythic Vows, not the flaming. Yep. You know why her petty behind is back, girl. Why? Cause Erica, love by Erica is who is this? Creobae. Okay, this girl was in the mom. She's in the mommy sector as well. How you doing, Passion? Welcome to McPhee Palace. I'm listening. Happy I was listening this morning. I was listening too as well. Let's continue. All right, y'all. I told you I was gonna start making sure I'm a little bit more professional with the mic and stuff. I'm gonna when I'm here. I'm not dragging this mic at home. I'm just not gonna do it. It's annoying, you know. But let's continue. Okay, wait a minute. I wonder if I'm doing something. Can I adjust something? Can y'all give me a few minutes to adjust something? Let me see if I could input through the mic, maybe through the MacBook. Um, Let me see. I wonder if they have the hearing. Okay, yeah. I don't know if it, let me see. I want to see, because I want to put what she says on my speakers, but I don't know. Hold on, let me see something. All right, let's see. Let's see if is it a difference? Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can hear her in my ears.
So I will see y'all on the road, okay? All right, guys, eating
Okay, so
time. I got some veggies and double meat, and baby got double meat and double starch.
okay, I like it.
You ain't on no diet, huh? Either.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. If this was my mom, I would ask to not be on here. She's like I said, she's a pretty girl. Um, she definitely is. um, she goes after what she wants. I mean, I don't even know what to say about her. She's a whore. She's. I mean, I have another. Let's use another way of saying what. I don't know what to. Oh, let's figure it out. Let's just okay. She's just right. I guess I have to add her to the soap opera for sure. For sure. How you doing, TDB? TCB? TCD. Sorry, I keep calling you crazy girl. Well, let's continue. Okay.
Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this, and stories feel.
Again, this video was very boring. Okay. I was obviously bored by this video, but I was like, shoot, I ain't gonna be bored. I watched this and I was like, I'm not, and I am subscribed to her, so I can, because I don't watch her a lot. A lot of people I subscribe to because I don't watch a lot, and I mean because because I don't talk about it on here a lot, right? So I would go ahead and subscribe to them so they could be in my, where if they talk about something or if I want to say something about them, I could be able to bring them here without having to search for them because I forget these people's names. I don't even remember it.
Perfect
But
and
I don't know
kind.
why these women do these kinds of videos like this. It's not the most exciting video. It's I don't know how I don't understand how she's making money other than drama. If she's not having drama, I don't see how this makes any sense for me. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find what's another word? What's a professional word? Okay. I'm trying to God, they won't let me use it. Hold on, y'all, I'm trying to pull something up. Dang. Now this don't make no sense. You kinda who invented this? I'm trying to pull up a meme. Okay. Okay. I think I got a little something. Okay. I'll share it in a minute. Okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, y'all, let's continue.
And who's here? They are.
And what another thing I think is weird is why you always bringing these men on your platform. Like, you know that it's not going to last long. You know how you are, right? You know you don't keep them long. So why you always bringing these men up here on these platforms? You know, you okay. And he looks like he's younger than you. I'm gonna be honest with you. He looks like he's younger than you. You're not embarrassed just a little bit. I mean, far be it from me because, hey, I used to be a player at different points in my life. I was a player, you know what I'm saying? But dang, you know what I mean? It's a level of playerism. You know what I'm saying? It's a layer of playerism. It's a trick to it, right? It's a fine wine in it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way that we do things. You know what I'm saying? So it's the way that we do things, right? It's just, I don't know. When you do it, it just seems so, you know, uh, vampire-ish. It's just like vampire, like I come to suck your blood. It's just like, it doesn't like, it's nothing happy about your playerism. It just isn't. Okay? But let's continue. So I just wanted to show y'all that she got a new bae on set. So I don't know. They already, I guess, in a committed relationship because anytime somebody's bearing a daughter and they coming to be with you and you start cooking them dinner, you know how she do. Once she start cooking you dinner, she done already set you in her platform of getting it. Okay. So we already know that. Can you bring that computer in here and take a break when you're done? Thank you. Take a break. Bring it in here. Because we're not doing that, sir. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. Okay, sorry, my nose. Yeah, I've been outside. My hands are still a little cold. Thank you. Go take a break. Here, put it and bring it back. Bring my control back. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is hold on, y'all. I gotta move the mic a little bit. We're gonna go to Love by Erica. See, it's something about when I play Love by Erica. Okay, I like to also play her. So let's do this real quick. The CPS situation. Okay, she's under CPS investigation. See, I don't understand why we're talking about that online. Like, what business is it of ours? Like, I don't want to know about you personally being under a CPS investigation. The whole world does not need to know that. But that's just my opinion. I think it's very exploitive. Okay, how many kids Love by Erica got, or how many kids old girl have? Creobae. I don't know how many kids Creobae got. See, half of these chicks, I just watched them through Love Lies, and Lace Fronts. I watched them through her, so I really don't keep up with them on occasion. I try. I think I done seen. Think Creobae got like 3 children, 3 or 4 children. I'm not sure, somewhere in there, maybe even heck 2. You know, but I don't know. So I don't know. I know Pineapple was probably able to answer that better than I would. Okay, how you doing, Paulette? Welcome to the Midweek Bounce. Lord, I can't keep up with this foolery. Exactly, running through the egg like treadmills. Did you say the magic word? Yes, you did. You said the magic word. Okay. You said the magic word. Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. Okay. We have more in store. We have a lot of eggplants. Okay, a lot of them. So y'all just get ready because we're gonna be eggplant. I'm gonna move this mic over here. I can't decide where I'm gonna put this mic at. I don't know if I should just put it right here. You know. So let's continue. Okay. All right. Let's see where we are. Okay. All right. Okay.
So we just dropped the kids off in therapy, and it's just me and Cam. So yeah, I just went to the gas station because I had to fill up my gas tank, and then I went and grabbed them some hot dogs. I do got chicken laid out, y'all. But to be honest, I don't even feel like cooking. Like I don't know, but
Okay. So why is it? I mean, it's just weird. Why you place the chicken right there like that? I mean, are you doing product placement, or are you trying to get people? Are you doing a commercial for what's that, Special K or Dairy Queen? Is that Special K? I think that looks like Special K. Ew, okay. I don't know. Well, wherever you got it from, look like Special K, but whatever. He looks just like you. He is beautiful. He's a handsome little guy. He looks just like you. Let's go.
yeah. So Cam, I just want to let you know, like we are on camera, and
Right. So why, or I mean, I just don't deem this. You're being exploitive. See, a lot of people, I know a lot of y'all like Erica. Again, I think she's a pretty girl also. She's another pretty girl also. But I just think it was so stupid of her to risk. And don't get it twisted. I'm not a big fan of police. I'm not a person who would be out on front line saying, hey, you know, let's represent for the police officer. That ain't me. That ain't me. It's just, although I'm a law abiding citizen, a citizen. How you doing, Alex? Exact. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and my goal is to not. I see this on her channel too. Right, you're right. I see it on Lace Front's channel too. Exactly. I can't believe she recorded this. Shaking my head. Not Dr. A is going to give one crafts. No, I got one. I'm not gonna pull it up just yet. I love your earrings. Oh, thank you. They go with my little outfit. See, they go with my little outfit and my little purse. I got my little purse on and stuff, and I got my little leather pants, my little vegan leather pants, and my shirt. So I kind of wanted to, top it off. Um, thumbs up to live. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, I just, I was watching this on her channel and I was just like, wow, we need to talk about this because why are we talking about or bringing this up with this little boy? Well, you're recording it, and I just think that I necessarily agree. I'm not, but again, I would rather have, if there's gonna be a such thing as police officers and we have to have someone to enforce the law of this land, right, then I would rather have some of our people on the force that would be respectful, what I mean, to us. And we can leave home, both parties can leave home in which they came, right? So I came alive and then we all leave alive, right? So, I'm okay with that. So that's the positive thing about being a police, about having people like her and others who really, who would be mindful about black lives. I'm just gonna be clear, okay? However, the problem is that um is that when you have certain parties who don't have our best interest at hand, and it doesn't end well for someone like us or our sons, our daughters, etc. Because now it's not just our sons, it's our daughters. Okay. So I didn't mind her being a police officer, right? However, the fact that she that was a career. That's a career, okay? And the fact that sorry, got a phone call, no problem. So the fact that, right, I talk like this, all these cursing hypocrisy is disturbing, girl. But the problem, like I said, the problem with her is the fact that she messed up her career. Her career, it was a legitimate career. She messed up her career because she wanted to be YouTube famous. Like, and she has nothing to show for it. She's on Section 8 now. Was she on Section 8 before? I don't think she was, right? And she's been moving from pillar to post, right? So why, that intention? So this ain't worth all this. And then this is totally exploitive. Like, you didn't get any sensitivity training on how this can be insensitive for your son. Do you understand that you're traumatizing him all over again? But how you doing, Latoya? Welcome to the Mickey Thick House. She got more subscribers than Jasmine, but never heard of her. Girl. Yeah, she's been out for quite some time, girl. She's like on a different bracket than Jasmine, what she used to be. How you doing, Sharon? Welcome to Mickey Thick House. She's on a different, you're on point, much respect. Thank you so much, Paulette. But again, why put yourself in a trick bag? Why exploit or traumatize your son further than the fact that CPS comes around? Because that's very traumatizing for children, y'all. CPS workers and etc. coming around, unless they having good news, unless unless it's a situation where you're getting ready to be adopted to a wonderful family, and and you got a great family and it's just happiness, or they're trying to look out for your best interest to help you to be, a part of your life in a positive way. But this is not a way to do it. This is not, you're doing this for money and it's not helping you look in a good light. Number one, it's not helping your child. because you don't act like his friends don't know your channel. Don't act like the family don't. I mean, it's a lot. You were already traumatized. You would think that because what you went through as a child, that you wouldn't put your child through this further. Okay. Well, let's continue. Okay.
You're not in trouble, even though
hmm
you did not do what I
Y'all
asked
hear her? Can y'all hear her? I know I can hear. Y'all can hear me, but can y'all hear her?
you to do. When it comes to like talking to CPS workers and stuff like that. But do you remember the conversation that you
See, the
had
deal
with the
is,
social worker?
you talking about he's not in trouble. Of course he's not in trouble. What did he actually do? Why would he be in trouble? I don't Erica, this is a baby. This is still a baby. He's a child. So he's not gonna understand certain principles. Like, you know, um you can tell them it's the way. I think it's kind of the way. I'm not saying that you're being mean right now, but you're being a bit. I just I don't think we shouldn't have heard this conversation with you and him. Number one, if you could have just like had this conversation, we wouldn't have a judgment for it. It just was not necessary. Um, it's like a fine line because we want to tell our children to keep certain things in the home, right? Um, we don't want our business out there, right? And it's not that you're doing anything egregious to your child or you or mean or you have done something, but the point is that I could say something to my son, like I could teach him about Black history, right? I'm just giving an example. So I could teach my son about Black history, and I have all kind of unique books in my in our library arsenal, okay? And so some of our books, if somebody came in and looked at some of our books, and it's not no nudity books, by the way, no Playboy, none of that, none of that kind of stuff, right? But if you look at some of our books, you were some like I have a one book manual called White, you know, and it's a manual, and it's not even a book, it's like an actual manual that was given to someone that I know by a skinhead. Okay, I'm just it's wild. If I can, without me going into I'm not even gonna go into details about it right now. But if you would like a copy of it, I'll be happy to send it to you for free. But so basically, kind of breaking down how they do certain things in their organization, right? So I have access to that. But nevertheless, if someone comes in, they're gonna look at that and have my son sing that. No. But eventually I'm going to give it to him at a mature age, not at like 12, not at like even 13, but at the rightful age of 16, because he needs to know that before he even before he start having some independence, because normally children start having what independence around 16, supervised independence. Okay. So someone coming in may perceive that particular book in a way that it's going to be taken in a different way. And so I am a type of person where I don't hide things from my son. I just tell him, hey, when you're mature, we'll talk about this or we'll talk about that. So that book is put up, but I'm just saying, suppose it was out, people can perceive certain things. So certain books I had this one book that talks about Hitler, right? And it kind of breaks down his manic, jacked up energy, right? And so someone coming into my home, that's going to be something that they might, if they're walking around, you know what I mean, and looking on my bookshelf, they may see certain things, right? So we have to be clear about that kind of stuff. So we have to really, really understand the dynamics of how people can perceive certain things, just like um, the fact that I have cameras in the household. So, people coming in your home, they can perceive you a certain way, just like I have like I have people take off their shoes. I have certain things hung up in my business. Just like even in my business, I have certain things hung up. I have a ancestry altar. So certain people can perceive that and say, "Oh, she's a devil worshiper or she's a witch," or and I'm neither one. But I do know witches for the record, but I'm not one. Um but I know how to back somebody off me, and we'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? So certain people can come in and perceive certain things a certain way, and so they can form an opinion based upon ignorance because they don't understand certain things. And stop making that noise. Watch TV and enjoy yourself. You're not gonna do that right now. You're gonna have to wait till I get done. When I get done, we can do that. You have fruit. Would you like some more water? You have fruit to drink, or do you want more? Huh? You good? Okay, good. See, he's already had lunch, and I don't want him sitting here with me um, too, because I have to supervise him doing his work, and I don't want him sitting with me right now. And he just got out of class, so he's taking him a break, and so while he's taking his break, I'm going to do my reaction. So my commentary, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so he's in the other room watching TV. He has plenty of fruit. He just finished his lunch. He had lunch, and then after his lunch, he has fruit left over. Because I know how some people are, so I'm just explaining. And so he still has fruit, and he has water here. Okay, and I got my coffee. So we have plenty of fruit. We got oranges. I got an apple, and he got I think like 2 fruit cup left, and I think I got some more stuff. I gotta look at my I got stuff in my refrigerator. Yeah, I have an orange in that bag. You want an orange? Bring it here. It's in that bag that nap the one that grandma gave you. Come on, hurry up, boy. Not this one. Put that back in there. Not that one. Put that back in there. Oh, give me that. Give me that. This is not what I did not say the refrigerator. Not this one. No, not this one. Hold on. This one. No, I'm talking about the orange. It's the orange on the table. This is bad. This is some of that. Huh? Hold on, y'all. Golly. I said the napkin. This right here. You got oatmeal. And then the thing is not working out. It's just some hot water. Some hot water. Okay. There you go. It's an apple. It's an apple. You gotta open the orange. Here. Put the trash in here. You have fruit cups. Eat these first. No, eat these first. You got these. Eat these first and then you eat this. Yes, eat. Just open it up and don't eat it. Just don't eat that part. Eat that. No, see, this is the stuff I'm talking about. No, sir. No, no, no. No, you cannot watch that. No, no. That's why you had to cut down because you was trying to watch some stuff you ain't got no business. Daddy said no more game watching. No, no. Stop watching. Don't put no more games on there. You're doing too much. Sorry, y'all. No, you cannot watch gaming stuff. No, you're not doing that. Because them children sometimes be on there saying stuff inappropriately, and you not getting ready to be watching nothing that's inappropriate. Now I'm sorry, y'all. Now that might not be inappropriate, but Daddy said you cannot watch gaming anymore. Daddy said you can watch wrestling. And has immense therapeutic value for flexibility. Hold on, y'all. Improving digestion. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. When she came to the school. So tell everybody like what happened, and you were sitting in class.
That's bad enough. I have to tell my son what it is. But it has to be fair. Yes, we can hear you. Can't believe her. I can't believe her. Right. I see her views are better than Jasmine, so she's making money. Right. How is she on Section 8, girl? Because she don't never had no place to stay. She be moving around a lot. I mean, I can't, girl. She be moving around with these guys and stuff. She's another one. How you doing, Southside? Welcome to the Mickey Big Palace. Yes, my mom was the same, not to speak outside the home. Yes, it's certain things. Now, if you're being hurt or oozed or something to that degree, then that's one thing. If that's not happening to you, then that's another thing. But certain conversations that I have with my son, everybody's not going to be privy to, right? Certain things like what I just had, the conversation I just had with him about appropriate things to watch. Was he watching something that was cursing? No. But we don't want him watching gaming anymore. Gaming shows. It could be a child on there, because sometimes you would think that, oh, it's okay or it's appropriate, but then when you look at it, and then they might say certain words or they may act a certain way toward their parents. I peeped a lot of that. And so we have like really started really being mindful of that, which is why I have the remote control. Okay. And it's not about, you're not trying to be mean to your child. You're just trying to make sure that is better stuff. And even with certain wrestling, if I heard them over there cursing, then I have to cut it off. I'm sorry. It's just the way of the world. I don't curse in front of my son. This is on microphone. He can't hear her talking. He can't hear her talking. Okay. All right. I feel you, right? I'll let my kids watch South Park and Dave Chappelle's. I tell you what you want to hear. It stays in the house. No, well, I wouldn't let this little boy watch that. That'd be too much for him. But I understand. I'm not mad at you for doing that, but I'm saying I could not. Definitely got to know your history exactly, right? I truly was confused growing up, right? These females aren't raising their children on the internet. Okay. Just saw a 15 and a 16-year-old caught beating a man on a live for his phone right and wallet. That is crazy as a result of poor parenting. Mm-mm-mm. Happy to come across your channel. Well, thank you so much, Paulette. I could definitely see CPS making a decision based upon of what they observe exactly. Jazz Moose and Olivia is pathetic, dedicated to the internet and not the children. Exactly. Always begging in line has become. Mhm. I had CPS show up at my house one time. They went to my 7-year-old's room questioning him because a neighbor thought that I was starving my 3-year-old. The doctors gave CPS. So what for exactly? How you doing, Mastermind? How you doing, Sharon? Did I speak to you? I wonder what happened to her money, girl. Try tricking over all these men. And then she got babies by like 2 YouTubers. Like, I don't understand why they don't pay their child support. Okay, that is crazy to me. Putting your kids on blast on the internet is pathetic. I definitely do agree with that. And I hope y'all don't think I was putting my son on blast, but tried to I'm trying to handle things properly because I have to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to do, because this is his free time to take his little break after his class, and this is my free time as well. Okay. All right, let's continue. And then about 2:30, we're gonna start back working on your work, okay? 2:30. Okay, right. Putting your kids on blast, right, is definitely. She should have never recorded this exactly. Yep, I definitely do agree with that. So true, they sneak a lot, right, in the windows, right, in the shows, exactly. And so that's why I don't, my husband's like, don't watch it at all. And that's a warning. If he does it again, then guess what? He won't be watching TV anymore for a while. Okay, exactly. My child told his dad, right, that he had to say fire truck right in his class when he went to chaperone and not the. Okay, wow. Okay. Nothing against you, baby girl. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's continue. Okay.
Class, and then someone came and got you out of the class and told you to go to the office. Okay, and then what? And speak louder so everybody can hear you.
The little boy is already uncomfortable. I think you can kind of tell from that his body language. I mean, I can tell, and I'm not his mom. And you, as his mom, would know that this conversation is very uncomfortable for him. Not only he's already uncomfortable to have this conversation with you, let alone to the worldwide web of YouTube of many people that could see this, and this also can also use this against you in CPS as well. Right. It's one thing if you're discussing it, but I would have never had him come on here and record it. It's just certain things. We do have to start doing better at protecting our children, though. That's what I'm saying. And listen. I don't think you're a bad mom. So let me just throw that out here. I don't think she's a bad mom. It's not that. But again, we're not in her house. So we don't see what actually goes on. We don't see the things that with Jasmine. We just know that she moved back into the projects, and we know that prior to her moving there, there were already roaches. You can pretty much tell. It's not like it doesn't look like she brought them with her. It looks like there were already roaches. And then she did talk about how she's basically going to get an exterminator. She has an exterminator coming out. She has an appointment book for them to go ahead and clear it up, which is great. Okay. But this right here is not helping your case. I'm going to be honest.
So, we had went to this room in the library. She asked me like some questions about like, am I?
Wow. And that's traumatizing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being a child at 12 or 13 and you've already kind of moved from pillar to post and your mom kind of have had many guys coming in and out your life. I'm not calling her. I'm not saying she's like Creobae, but what I'm saying is that she's had a she's had a fair share of guys and it didn't work out for whatever reason. Um, I can't classify her like Creobae, and maybe some of you all would, not I, right? But I think that it's just not a good look. And then so he had to deal with that. He had to do with crier, dude, and then he had to deal with the other guy. Okay, um, and then she dealt with the other baby daddy. You know what I mean? The other, what's his name? Mucker. So that's a lot to deal with within itself. And then they're all both on YouTube. So she had these YouTube relationships. So of course the children were broadcast and put out there. You know what I mean? So that's a lot. And then now, you just moved. You had to. It's probably from moving to these apartments, to these decent places. Now you move into the hood, to projects. Now your child is like, it's crazy. Then he's going from his father's house. It's probably a nicer place to live, to be at, and then coming back home to the ghetto, right? So that's hard within itself. And then now they're bringing him in to talk to him at school in front of all his friends. Oh, okay, embarrassing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Library. She asked me like some questions about like, am I able to go in the refrigerator, get something to eat, able to take a shower?
So this kind of stuff is scary though, because when the children start doing this and they start doing this, rubbing their eyes and just like that, he's nervous. So why are you putting him on Front Street like this? And why are you looking like that? You could have just had this conversation and not been on live.
and some stuff like that. So she asked you, were you able to go in the refrigerator? I mean, I do understand like why they ask things like that, especially if the allegations were, I guess, starving y'all. But to me, that's extreme. And
Well, they're gonna ask stuff like that. Okay. So for example, when my when I was, when we were going through the process of right, um, they're going to, when caseworkers come over to your house, if you're trying to adopt or foster or whatever the case is, they're going to ask stuff like that. They're going to ask the children, they're going to ask that child, like, do y'all eat? Do you eat? Do you have food or whatever? And I'm telling you, I carry, bring me that backpack real quick. Not your backpack, what I had the food in. Thank you. Okay, so my bio mom gave me this. So this is something that I carry around with me, and I will have certain contents just to let you know. Like it'll have, well, just earlier I had a grape. I had not grape. I'm lying. I had some stuff in the refrigerator that I had to throw away because I thought it was good, but it's not. But that's okay. It's in my business. I'm not like at home, right? But it was going bad. I had it in there for like a week. So it went bad because no, we didn't eat it. He didn't eat it. I didn't eat it. So we just kind of laid, so we just had to throw it away. But nevertheless, these contents in here. So he took the apple and the orange. He's already eaten lunch. And so I just have oatmeal right in here. And this is for him when he gets extra hungry. If he gets extra hungry on top of what I've already bought. But this is something that we pretty much keep in here. And I do have I have like a stove, like a little one of those eyes, and I do little burners. And I just, if I have to warm something up, I'll just warm it up. And I have a refrigerator, you know. So I'm just saying, can you take this back, please? I'm just showing you that, so you get what I'm saying? And we have a whole big jug of water about like that big, right, in the back. And he has a water cup that I just poured in the water cup because a lot of times we'll have to bring in cups. We have to bring in those water bottles, and that could be a lot to carry. So I just brought the jug in here, and I pour it in the water. I don't let him pour it in there because I don't want the water all over the place. But anyway, again, these things like that should not be necessarily discussed. And they're going to ask stuff like that. Because I remember even with me having my own business, there was like that's one of the questions they asked, like, do you have when he's with you at your business, and they had to come check the business out, okay? They were asking like, do he have access to food? Do you all have food? Yes. And do we have access to food? Like if I like, well, a second away from where we live at. And they was like, they thought that was cool, right? And then they asked about like restaurants. Burger King's right next door. Not that we eat Burger King. I can't. This smells. Taco Bell right across the street. You know what I mean? But do we have access to eating and things like that? Yes. So things like that, so we have to be mindful of that kind of stuff. So they're going to ask, these are typical questions is what I'm trying to tell you. They ask the children, have, anybody, you improperly, did anybody touch you in a way where you don't feel comfortable? And their child will say yes or no, whatever. They ask stuff like that. Do you like where you at? Do you like where? But see, my son, after a while, he will shut down. You're not gonna keep asking him questions. He'll be like, listen, and he'll tell you, I've already answered that. Please don't keep asking me questions like that. I already told you I'm happy. Nothing's going on wrong. If it were, I would promise you I would let you know. Next time I said, I didn't tell him to say that. That's just him. Okay. And that's what happens when you're going through those kinds of programs, when you're going through foster care. But see, in her case, this is a little bit differently. This is on the happier side of CPS, right? Or they don't call them CPS, they call them caseworkers. But this is on the happier side of the caseworkers versus you getting investigated. Well, we were still getting investigated, but it was an investigation to in gaining something, not being taken away, right? It's a difference. Okay. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, they do ask obtrusive questions. They will ask you all kinds of stuff. They asked me, we had to fill out paperwork. They asked us about our, you know what, bone chicka wong wong life. They ask you that. They do. You have to write that out on paper. And it's like, is that really? And I was just like, well, we have a normal one. I mean, but why would you ask that? That's not appropriate. And they're like, well, we have to know. You know what I mean? And they'll ask like, okay, do you have a lock on your door? Well, yeah, we didn't at first, but we did get one prior to them coming, right? So we did get a lock on our door before he even came. Okay. So we put a lock on our door, and then that's a good thing. See, as mothers, we do need lock on our bedroom doors. Okay. So the child doesn't walk in. You know what I mean? Um, so things like that. So children have to understand when the door's closed, don't come in. You can knock or knock first.
I mean, it's extreme for me because I keep Dion out of my refrigerator and Dondre because they will go in and out every second if I let them. And a lot of times when I'm thinking that the refrigerator is closed, it really don't be closed. And so food that is supposed to be cold
Okay,
is not cold. Foods that are supposed to be frozen are not frozen because Dion is tall enough now to where he can actually go inside of the refrigerator, top and bottom. So I don't just let my kids walk and eat. Like,
are you overwhelmed?
Okay, but the thing is, this young man is at the age where he can go in and get him a snack. So, for example, my son went in my refrigerator and got those 2 cups of fruit. Those those are the ones that we just brought today, right? And I had and the oatmeal and stuff is what I had over here. I had extra, and I had the orange and the apple extra here. Okay. So you can start eating the apple. I don't have anything to cut. Let me see. Do I have anything to cut the knife? The what? No, you can't cut. No, you're not going to use the knife anyway. Go and see. I mean, sir, listen. Come here. Can I tell you doing too much? What I'm going to ask you to do is I don't have a knife here and I'm not going to cut it. Do you know I asked you if you knew how to peel the orange? You know how to peel the orange? Yeah. Can you peel it? Go ahead and peel it. Go ahead and peel it. Go ahead and peel it. And then make sure you put the orange in that bag. Here, take this trash right here and put this trash and wash your hand. Wash your hands before you get started. Take this trash right here and throw it away in your trash can. Good job. Okay, you working. Okay, I didn't know you know how to pull an orange. Okay, hurry, go in there. I don't want all that juice all on the floor. Sit at that table and peel the orange. Okay, well, dang, I don't know. You knew how to. I guess Daddy taught you. Okay, because I was gonna cut it. Because Mommy cuts it. Okay. Okay. Go sit down. Let me do my show. You're not my co-host. Go sit down. Okay. Watch TV for a little while. Let me finish wrapping up what I'm doing, and then I will tend to you. I got you. I promise. I'm not ignoring you, but I want to get my show out the way today. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Emmy can go in there and get whatever he want to get, but my little toddlers, they will go in there, open up pickles. There'll be pickle juice everywhere. So if I know my kids are hungry, I will tell them, don't go back in the refrigerator. So that open door policy stuff, I know that some parents may have those with the refrigerator. I don't have that. Cam, he's able to go in there and fix himself something to eat, do whatever he want to do. He don't have to come ask me. Matter of fact,
So that is an appropriate. So that's appropriate question for him. So it's easily could explain like, okay, so if the other children get hungry, and you may be tied up, you might be using the restroom or upstairs in your room, whatever, right? So it's appropriate for someone his age to go into the kitchen. I'm sure they're not in the refrigerator. I'm sure not going to necessarily ask the children because parents are not necessarily children at a toddler age or 4 or 3 are not, well, that's toddler age, are not really expected to be able to go into the refrigerator like that from my understanding. Now my son is 9 years old, so he is welcome. He's not gonna go in there and when I was his age I was cooking actually, but he's different, right? So he can go in the refrigerator and go and get him. I don't like him going in the refrigerator here though. I would rather he has to ask me first because sometimes because I might have some juice in there or a coffee cup in there like this, and he might actually knock it down, and then I have to go in there and wipe it up. But for the if I don't have the coffee in there, he's welcome to go in there at such time, which is why he went in there today, and that was fine, right? But for the most part, my son is welcome to go into the refrigerator and get him fruit. That's what he mainly goes in the refrigerator to get. He'll go in the refrigerator to get fruit or condiments. He leaves it up to us to make him a sandwich or a cook and that kind of thing. That he's not at that age where he's cooking. You know what I mean?
I get mad at you when you always ask me. Like Cam will come all the way back there in the back room and say, "Can I get something to drink?" And I'm looking at him like I'm not the refrigerator. I don't know if that's how it is at his father's house.
Wow. If CPS sees this, right, they should take him out. Ooh, I hope not. They need to talk to her though. They go to the school to get the truth. This is not for the internet, and I definitely agree with that. And this was once an officer, exactly. Yes, she was once an officer. So, who came in here speaking? How you doing, Miss True? Welcome to the Make It Figure Palace. Okay, I'm hungry at this point. I'm sorry. Mothering is not for everyone. Just push. Exactly. Can you go in the refrigerator is very specific. Yeah, exactly. Right. They asked that for a reason, right? Because they want to make sure that he's not exactly. No, it's not. No, that's not. He ain't ready for those ghetto kids. Exactly. That ain't him. Mm-hmm. Right. So, right. Okay. Push is, and that's a wrap. Right. Exactly. But again, you know, I'm the type of person I like my son to ask. At home, no. Here, yes, because I might have this coffee in there, right? And see, sometimes I don't have the where's the top? Sometimes I don't have the top over this, right? And he'll knock it down. And he will and won't say nothing. So I'll ask. So he'll ask, "Can I go in the refrigerator today?" He didn't have to do that because I didn't have it in there. But still, he is capable of getting food. If he's hungry, he's hungry. I mean, I don't starve. I would never starve my child like that because I believe in eating. Now he done had a full lunch. He done had a full breakfast. Now he just wants snacks right now. And we have bars at home, but he didn't grab them, so he got fruit. He lucky I keep orange or apples here. We keep fruit here. You making all this noise. I mean, sit down. Okay, let's go.
But at my house, Cam, no, he can go in and get anything that he want because, hello,
Oh,
like
thank you.
you're old enough to get things for yourself. Dion and Dondre, not so much. Dion is autistic as well, so he likes to play in water, and Dondre just gonna do whatever he does. So, what else?
Um, what,
Ask because I'm sure that there wasn't the only thing that she asked.
he's already look.
she said, "Do you know, like, spank me and stuff like that?" And then,
Oh, she asked you, did I do I spank you?
or like, what me?
And what did you say?
And I said, no. I said no.
Okay. And what
Um,
else did she ask?
okay, Erica, can I tell you the truth? Okay, Erica, listen to me. You look guilty. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This whole conversation looks very guilty, especially in just perceived perception. Like if I was your caseworker, if I was this caseworker in general, and someone led me to this video, I would look at this and I would say you're guilty. I would kind of do more investigation. I would really get into your business because this right here says a lot about your energy. This says a lot, and you have to be careful of this kind of stuff. You you look guilty. I'm sorry. You look guilty. Not saying you are. You look guilty. You a police officer. You should know you are a former police officer. So you don't think if one of your suspects came up here and did this type of stuff, you wouldn't think that they was guilty. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dr. A, baby. Baby Suge Knight. Earl. I'm gonna talk to him when we get off of here, boy. Mm. They asked that for a reason, exactly. I had to go back and read that. Okay. Did I speak? Who did? Let me go back up here and chat. How you doing? How you doing, the Erics? Hey, girl. Hey, girl. But I'm just saying, it's a lot. You know, you kind of have to question. Like, if you ain't all like that, yeah, tell them hit the like button, girl. I said the same thing, right? And right, and social work, right, is the scope of your social work is your scope of practice. Mine, we'll talk about that at a later date. She seems to have an attitude in leading. Exactly. She's leading him in questioning. She knows that she's acting right. She knows she's acting dumb. Exactly. So I'm gonna be honest with you. They probably should. I mean, again, I'm not saying she's a bad mom, but what I am saying is that this does not help her case. I'm gonna tell you it does not help her case. Because if I know how CPS work, I know how these caseworkers work, I know exactly when they come in. I'm telling y'all, and then y'all would be surprised at the stuff that they put out. When they did our home visit, y'all, the stuff that they put on that home visit, I'm like, well, what? I had to question. If I could show y'all, I'm not though, but if I could show, okay, I'll tell you about one part in the home visit that I felt like was weird for them to put. They said that because they asked you about your religion, okay, and it's kind of hard to explain my religion or my spirituality or whatever you want to say, because I am a study of it all, right, except for except for well, we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But it's one of them that I'm like, it's on the week's night, right? But for the most part, we study it all, and I'm diverse, right? So so my husband was like, it's kind of hard to explain. So so he put in there, their religion is hard to explain. Like, no, that yes, we said that. So you have to be careful. Okay, another thing, when it'll give you like a questionnaire, and they'll ask you, like, he'll fill out his will be about me and mine will be about him, well, my husband. So because they're trying to figure out what type of child to place in your home or what would work best for you, or because they'll look through all of that. And so one was like, is it says moody, right? One of the checks, it says moody. And so I think he checked off moody. I think I checked moody off on his. And he was like, can you explain that? What do you mean by moody? And I was like, well, he's a man. I'm like, you're a man. You know y'all moody. He was like, oh, okay. You get what I'm saying? And then he was like, well, he was like, she's very she's always happy, she's always smiling. Well, why is she always happy and why is she always smiling? because she's happy. You know what I'm saying? So they ask weird questions. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you, they asked us about her intimacy. They asked us about my parents' intimacy. They go there. So I'm telling you that they going to ask some wild questions. So what we perceive is wild. Okay. So I mean, I don't know why she's acting like she don't know this. As a police officer, she knows this. Okay. But let's continue.
Uh, um,
And he's nervous. So why are you putting him up here?
oh, I don't know why she asked this, but she said, "Do you like abuse me and stuff like that?" And I had said no, cause you don't never abuse us. So,
Okay. So
So
Erica, can I tell you something, Erica? It sounds like to me that you pre-interviewed him prior to going live. It sounds like to me that you had a conversation with him to find out what they said up front, and then you went through a whole thing of telling him what he needs to say. That's what it sounds like to me, Erica. I'm just on the outside looking in. I don't know you personally. I don't watch your videos as much as I do my Jazzy's life. So, but from the outside looking in, that's what it looks like to me. But I've watched you previously. I've never necessarily thought you were a bad mom, but however, I do feel like motherhood is challenging. Okay, we all know that, right? Regardless of whether you're a mom of a human children, or if you adopted a child, or you foster, or you have biological children, whatever. Motherhood is just motherhood. You know what I mean? If you're an aunt and you're raising your nieces and nephews, or you're an aunt and you're just kind of in the picture, right? Or if you're a fur babe mom, you know, either way, motherhood is definitely difficult. And I'm not going to get up here and act like it's not, because again, I have a 9-year old. So he's sneaky and I have to stay on him. Got to take remote controls. He's right here in the next room, and I have to look in here. Sometimes I'll flip this camera on to look in there to make sure he ain't losing his mind and putting on stuff he didn't have no business to watching, doing the slick stuff. He's not, okay? And so he don't really think it's sneaky, but it is. You know what I mean? So he one of them kind of guys. He like understands the rules, and he'll be like, okay, well, the rule is mama said don't do this, but she didn't say I couldn't do this. Well, that's all the question. So you have to define what it is he's supposed to do. So the point is, it could be difficult. That's the point I'm trying to make. So I get it, right? And then if you even with a two-parent household, it's difficult still. Okay. And we're in a two-parent household. I was raised in a two-parent household. So it's still difficult. I mean, I ain't gonna go there, but we'll talk about that when he leave, because I don't want nobody thinking because I was a certain way that he gonna be that way, because I ain't going for it. But still, it's not like you rehearse this, is what I'm saying. It's not like you pre-rehearse this. See, he's already nervous that he has number one talking from the camera. Number two, he's nervous because he want to make sure he says the right thing in front of the camera, and for you, and for the caseworker, and for the everybody listening. So it's not a good look.
okay, so if you could take a guess of like how long she was there.
She probably is depressed. I would not be surprised about her being depressed, because she had to move from a different type of a lifestyle and to move in the projects. I would be depressed if I had to move from my life to the projects, to somewhere where I knew that I don't necessarily belong, or whatever, or I was up 10 steps up and then went 100 million steps backward. Of course, I mean, who wouldn't feel a ways? Who wouldn't be depressed? Who wouldn't be sad? You know what I mean? Um, however, however, one thing she has to understand is that she chose this because she didn't have to come on YouTube. She could have easily stayed her butt as a police officer, making some decent amount of money, And she could have been up in the department by now. She could have been a detective, right? She could have been a detective. She could have been a sergeant over the detective. You know what I mean? She could have rose up in rank and been making some good money, or she could have went to internal affairs making some good money, or she could have said, "Wait, got more classes, got more education, and being there for the children." And she could do so many things. She has the potential to do so many things in this life, but she chose to be on YouTube. And this opens the doors for CPS. So we have to be mindful of that. That's another reason why I don't put my son on camera. Number one, I just don't want to. It's exploitive. Oops, sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay, so if you could take a guess of like how long she was there talking to
Again, you're no better than a CPS worker asking all these intrusive questions. Like, okay, so how long were they there? I mean, why don't you should talk to, you could have asked the school these questions. You could have easily asked the school these questions, okay? Or, I mean, you're grilling the wrong person. You need to get in contact with the caseworker. You can ask him and then off of camera, hey, son, well, what happened? I'm sorry that happened to you. You know what I mean? You don't have any kind of empathy for him. You're just grilling him just like the caseworker. Do you know how intrusive that is, and how hurtful that can be, traumatizing? And you're grilling him just like the caseworker's doing. How you doing, Buzz? Welcome to Mickey Palace. I will not be surprised if her kids get removed. Ooh. Just based up off the living conditions alone, she did. Does she ever explain why she quit being a police officer? Well, one of the things I know for a fact that she allowed one of these popular YouTubers, I forgot what his name was, but he another popular, like I said, he popular YouTube. She let him use her squad car. Who does that? So she should have been fired. No, she got fired basically. Okay, so she should have been fired. She let YouTube use her cop car right for a prank. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. She's scared, exactly. She's scared. I mean, she has reason to be scared. I mean, CPS show up, anybody would be scared. If CPS come in, a police officer, you're gonna feel the ways. Even if it's something innocent. If they come in and say, hey, I just need to talk to you, your heart gonna beat just a little bit. If somebody call you, if your boss call you in to his desk, you're gonna be a little nervous. If your husband or your it's 2025. Your wife calls you in and says, hey, I want to talk to you. You're going to be nervous. If your child says, hey, mom, I want to talk to you, you're going to be nervous. That is normal. But the issue, scared or whatever, that's normal. The issue is that she rehearsed this, and this was not necessary to do here on the media. Okay. This is none of our business. Again, I keep telling these mommies a lot of stuff that they go through with their children or in their lives is none of our business. We didn't ask for this. You all put this out here. We don't ask for this stuff. Right. Shut up. She's slow as heck. Exactly. No, girl. For real. That's what happened. Just dumb. Why would you do that?
you? How long would you say? Cause by the time I made it there, she was already gone. But then you did tell me that when you sent me that text saying that CPS was at the school, and I text you back and said, remember, don't talk to nobody until I get there. I didn't know that you text me after you had already talked to her. So, like, roughly, like, how many?
But again, Erica, this is not his fault though. You're indirectly basically saying, oh, this is your fault. It's just some things you know what I mean. Like, okay, I give an example. If your child is at home, I mean, he don't have a control over this situation. Now if he's at home and he's told to open the door up because it's a caseworker and you're in the bathroom or something like that, and he opens up the door, that will be a different conversation. Like, hey, don't open. It's not about the person being CPS. It's about the fact that you're opening the door to a complete stranger, right? So that would be more or less. He's at school. So basically, the school has identified them. They came in with the proper identification information, let them know that, hey, we're CPS. So they probably even know them by name because they probably came up in there for other children, right? So they've already been identified and they already know who they are. So he does not have control over whether or not someone come in there to talk to him in regards to, his mom. You as his mom, yes, you should protect your child, right? And I'm not going to say that, CPS, won't show up or whatever. But what I'm saying is YouTube don't help it. Social media does not help it, which is why, you know what I mean? With my son being here with me, it's known, the teachers know it. The police know because I have a business, and so a lot of times, like I said, they do look out for businesses, so it's known. The landlord knows for this building that it's known, right? Because obviously he can't be left at home by himself. Number one, I wouldn't either. Even if he was 16, he'll be right here. Nope, you ain't leaving at no home. He's homeschooled, right? He goes to school online. He's in school, he's making good grades, right? He's proper supervised. I'm like this, I can see in there. Okay. He's sitting down on his couch bed, watching TV. Okay. And eating his orange, which I smell it. Okay. So we have plenty of food. Plenty of food. So it's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a difference in them coming in, right? Your home versus the school. Okay. So you can't tell him blah, blah, blah. This is a conversation. And then they have to do it. They have to investigate. They have to talk to your child. Now, what you can do is find out what the laws are, because I don't think you know them. You can find out where you at, Texas. Is she in Texas, y'all? I think she's in Texas. Let me see something. Let's Google this real quick. Let me see something. Because everybody's different. Did y'all know R. Kelly released a song on off topic? CPS coming to talk to children at school. It's legal though. I know that for a fact. At school in Texas. Laws. Cut that down, son, please. Okay. In Texas, CPS has the right to interview your child who reported to be victims of abuse or neglect. CPS can enter children at their home, school, or daycare. We knew that, right? But here we go. Can CPS interview a child? CPS can interview a child without parental consent if they believe the child is in immediate danger. CPS can interview a child at a school without parental consent. CPS can interview a child more than once, including a formal video recorded interview. What questions CPS might ask children? Were you oozed or neglected? Did anyone hurt you? What happened and how did it happen? Do you feel safe? And they're going to ask that. I told you all, they're going to ask it around. It depends on the child age. They ask them in a different roundabout way. Are you happy? That's a way of saying, are you safe? Wink if you know what I mean. I'm not laughing, but you know what I mean. Do you think you could be hurt again? What rights do parents have? Parents can refuse to allow CPS to interview their child outside of their presence. Okay. The child can Parents can refuse. So you as the parent can sit in the room. You know what I mean? You can sit in the room in some cases. Sometimes they ask you to step out. Parents can consult with CPS defense attorney if they have any concerns of their child's rights. And that's probably what you need to do and not be on here. Okay. what does CPS do with the information they gather? So basically, they talk about it in here, but I know this to be a fact. They're gonna gather all the information, do interviews, ask the teachers, ask your children, ask possibly the child's fathers, the family members, etc. And they're gonna assess all the information, gather it all together, and then they're gonna evaluate the risk of the child's safety. That's it. CPS can run a criminal background checks on anyone who has been oozed and neglected. Right, the child. Right, CPS may release information to caregivers, family members, and others to help to keep the child safe. Right. So what she probably want to do is contact her instead of interrogating this child, to further traumatize him. What she probably should go ahead and do. Can you cut down John Cena, sir? I know you having a good time in the nerve. And it's not that because I don't like John Cena, which I don't, by the record. But can you cut him down just a little bit because it's loud and I don't want to get demonetized because you loud. Can you cut it down a little bit because I can hear everything? And stop making don't do that to mommy. Don't do that. Okay, well you can't hear that? Okay, well let me cut my mic funny. Okay, how about that? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me still?
Minutes do you feel like you was in the library talking to her?
So, if I could take a guess, it was probably like 20-25 minutes.
Wow, that's a long time. I mean, so that means that she was asking you like several questions, like a lot of questions. So what was her main reason like for being there? Do you know?
No, but if I could take a guess, there's
Again, Erica, how would he know why they were there? So she ruined her life, her own life, basically. I mean, how would they know why CPS is there? How would he know that? They're not going to always tell you, well, we're here because of, we received a call. They probably tell you that, but they're not going to tell their child that. Why are you going through all these changes? Right. So she ruined, yep. How you doing? Oshun, welcome to the Mickey Vicky Palace. Relax. Okay, how you doing? Relax. Welcome to Mickey Vicky Palace. Why is she asking him this? Girl, because she's wanted to do this for clicks and views. Number one, why is it even online? Right. As a mandated reporter, right. If you suspect anything, you must report it. Exactly. And I'm a mandated reporter as well. So I understand that. You're supposed to ask questions like that. Or you can start with asking, and sometimes if you just ask a person simply what it is. Sometimes if you ask the parent, like, well, why is this? And they tell you, sometimes it's not always CPS, right? Sometimes it's just like, okay, well, I understand, right? She shouldn't do this baby like this on here, right? Asking them questions on her channel, but this is exactly what the problem is. This is a problem, and she's rehearsing him. She's like running through a rehearsal. This sounds like rehearsed, you know, because he's already nervous in being on here, but he's also feels like he's nervous because of her putting him in this is a compromising position. Number one. Number two, he's nervous because he's worried about he want to make sure he doesn't say the wrong thing, and he's like reading from your script that he had to kind of memorize or kind of understand what you were telling him to say. Look how you looking at him. Why are you angry with him?
somebody must have lied and called CPS and somebody.
Again, how would he know? How would he know? It sounded like to me you told him that. How does he know all of this? They didn't tell him because he said, I guess. Why would you ask him this? This question of all questions you asking him. Why would you ask him this? How would he know?
The line that said you abuse us or something like that. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Experience hydration.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Can I be honest with you? Do y'all know that I never asked my son what they asked him? What they asked him? The last time that they came through, um, he was in the room with me, and they was like, "Well, we already know you're happy," and he was like, "Yes," and he's like, You're gonna be a, they're gonna, you know, you're going to the next level of you're going to go to court, and you're going to this is your forever family." He's like, "Yeah, I already know that." You know what I mean? So that was the last time. He said, "Are you happy?" "Yay!" Type of thing. But again, you understand what I'm saying? There it's just unreal. It's unreal. And that was like his best. That was the best time when they came through. He was really happy. That was the last time, because they was like, "This is our last time," and he was like, "Yes," because he didn't like them. He did not like them, and I used to make them bring him stuff when they came through: stickers, notebooks, pencils, crayons. I made them bring him stuff. I'm like, "No, you're not coming over here and just gonna talk to him, asking questions. You're gonna bring him something."
And called CPS and told somebody, like, the line that said, "You abuse us," or something like that. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I don't know. I got to get to the bottom of it because
Okay, again, this is too much information for a child to unload. Now he's going to be worried about him being possibly taken. This is too much of sharing. See, some of y'all mothers share way too much with your children. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things like happiness. You know what I mean? Like I share my son. My son loves his story. He loves his story. He loves his story. But it's certain aspects of his story we do not discuss. I would never discuss it unless he's at this age. Let's say at this age now, 18 and older, or even maybe even 16, but not right now. You understand what I'm saying? It's just some things. I'm a Taurus, and we're kind of really open with our children. We're very open, but it's just certain things I know that I have to dial back. You know what I mean? And these are one of those situations where now you're going to make the child a worry ward. You're setting the child up to worry. Sometimes as mothers, we have to learn how to not put our children to make our children worry about adult situations. Like children should never worry about feeling homeless, or feeling like they're going to be homeless, or feeling like they're going to lose their place. We should never feel like our children make our children feel like that. Even if we are, we should not tell them that. Okay, we should not worry our children. We should not put them through mental anguish in no way, shape, or form. Okay. We should always make them feel comfortable, to our best ability. You know what I mean? We have to find a way to do that. Now, there is real life. We understand that there is a such thing as real life, but enough that they have to deal with going to school, possibly being bullied. A lot of stuff happening up at school, which is why I took my son out of regular school, because pow pows, a lot of school pow pow going on, right? So I didn't want my son to have that as a burden, another area, because then when they started running those drills and stuff, y'all, that's scary for him. And we have evacuation drills here. Well, we don't have drills here, but we have. It's another way we can get out of here. So if somebody come through here, I can run through here, and there's a lock on this door, and et cetera, et cetera. We know how to get out. Okay, it's another way to get out of here. We have several ways of getting out of here. Okay, but still, you understand what I'm saying? It's still things that children already have to deal with. This is a different world than it was before. And now he's in the projects. So, why worry him? You're worried, don't make him worry.
I don't know. This is like it's stressing me out because I
Right.
don't
So
know.
why are you telling him you stressed out? So what you do is, "Hey son, I apologize. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Some people are just stupid. I'm not oozing you. We're not, we have a good life. We just have to go through this and it's okay, you can, it's okay, but just be careful when you talk to strangers and things like that. Did you feel safe? How did you feel in the conversation? How did you feel? Did she make you feel a certain way? You know what I mean? These are things that you should have probably said to him rather than grilling him like that. Well, baby, I'm sorry that happened. Do you feel okay? Did it upset you? Would you like to talk about it? And then we're not going to talk about it on here. How about that?
And I did call her twice. She didn't answer the phone. So, did she seem like she was intimidating? Did she seem like she, I don't know.
Wow, these are right questions. When my son's counselor talks to him, right, and asks him these questions, right, he's schooled online as well. Okay, I understand. I wonder if they're trying to see if there are shady reasons why he doesn't attend regular school. Oh, you talking about her? Who are you talking about, Mrs. Jones? How you doing, Mrs. Jones? Welcome to Mythic Files. I think there is more to this story that she's not sharing, obviously. So why even make us want to probe? Like this shouldn't even been a discussion. After seeing this again, I think that someone from the school made the report. I think so too. I think so too. Right, he definitely looks nervous. Wow, the fact that he said that exactly. Why bring this to YouTube exactly? She said that the CPS has come to her house 4 times. That's scary, right? Girl, shut up and leave the baby alone. Exactly. It's just weird, right? Oh, I done went past time. Okay, I gotta double down in a minute.
Because I was told that I'm under investigation. So, did it seem like you were gonna be getting
So why are you telling him that you are under investigation? It's obvious that you're under investigation. That they came up to school. My son, they never came up to my son's school ever. But again, it was a different situation. It was adoption. So if you're adopting and fostering and things like that, that's a little bit differently than this being. But however, it's still they're still running an investigation. They still run investigations. Don't get it twisted. They still was investigating me. I had to do fingerprints. Man, I had to do CPS runs throughout, not just one time. Like they did it 4 times. They did it 4 times. I'm exaggerating. Okay, they did it probably about when we first got started. They did it. Then after he came in, we did it. No, it was 4 times. Then after right before we were going to adopt, we had to do it. And then when we were going to adopt again, or we were considering adopting again, we had to run it again. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, it was 4 times. It was 4 times, but it was maybe like 3 to 2. I think it was like I want to say it was 2 times. Yeah, it was 2 times prior. It was 2 times because we had to do it. And then because they had a new program where they trying to force you to do foster care as well as adoption. They don't say that you have to take the child foster, but they still put everybody into the same category. But the difference is if you're just fostering, you're fostering, but if you're adopting, you're adopting. You get what I'm saying? But y'all both put into the same situation. It used to be split up, right? It used to be split up. Now they put it into the same thing. So we had to do it twice at that point because we did the home visit for the adoption. And then they said, well, oh, we have a new this a new thing that we have in the system where they're going to do the adoption, where if you want to adopt, you still have to maintain as a foster parent, so to speak. And so they did that again. So we had to do it. Yeah, we did it 4 times in total. But I'm telling you that we just I mean, it's intrusive, but it's what you have to have all your paperwork. You have to have it's like a book paperwork. They have a file. I'm telling you, that file ain't no joke, right? But they do give it to you. You do have access to the file, okay? But I'm telling you, this is not a good look, Erica. Is what I'm trying to say. You're gonna go through these kinds of things. You know what I mean? If you are not flying right, and you gotta really kind of go back. To be honest with you, Erica, you kind of have to go back and look at things that have happened to prior to now. And you have to look at some things you essentially have caused, being honest, right? Because if I were you, I wouldn't have. You should have stayed in the force. You really should have. Because being on YouTube is not. This is not benefiting you because you're not in a. You're not stable. You're not in a stable place, and now you went from a stable place to now an unstable place, and now you had to go back to the project. So unfortunately, and this is unfortunately, I'm trying to word this in a way where it's not disrespectful. But when you are on Section 8 or low income, they tend to treat you a little bit differently. And I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to say it in any type of way, but they do treat you differently. And so you have to be all the wiser and you have to be mindful of this.
Getting removed, or you and the kids are gonna be getting removed from the house?
No.
And then you said that she asked you, do you walk and eat cookies or something?
Yeah, but I don't even eat cookies like that.
I mean, I don't have a lot of junk in my house to eat. I have, and it's not really junk. It's like bars. It's like breakfast bars. You know, those they like some of them are vegan and some of them are kosher, right? And then I also have like the bars. You know, like the frozen uh non-dairy pops, not popsicles, but they're like the chocolate bars or whatever, non-dairy like vegan ones. But I don't have cookies and stuff like that in my house. I just don't keep that because like every now and then I'll bake some cookies, but I don't bake them often. But I don't know. This is very suspicious. I'm telling you, this whole conversation. If you would have never put this up here, nobody would have had anything to say. Right? Common sense is not so common anymore. Right? She should leave this baby alone. Redbone is on it. Right? Why would you ask him that exactly? Erica needs therapy, right? And not the internet exactly. She's very depressed. And if I feel it through the screen, I know her kids feel it too exactly. And that's probably why they're investigating. And they can still remove if you are depressed like this, they can still remove your children, or they can say, well, listen, you need to go ahead and check yourself into a mental ward for a little while. And what we're going to do is we're going to, do you have any family that could take the children or the fathers available to take the children for a little while you serve this time? And do you understand that during this time, now if you have a certain type of baby father or ex-husband or whatever the case is, and if he's evil like that, do you know he can actually go ahead and put in motion to have your children to live with him on a more of a permanent basis or a temporary basis leading up to a permanent basis? So if I were you, I would fly right. This is not a good look. Delete this video, ma'am, please.
Well, I don't know, y'all. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so he did tell me a little bit about it before I turned the camera on. I just wanted you guys to like hear it from him.
Well, why do we guys need to hear it from him? Why did he have to come on camera and tell us this? You got enough water, boo? You good? Okay. You ready to get started with your work, right? I know you are because you want to play that game. Okay, I'm wrapping up, okay? I, I know I went past time. I apologize. Can you give me a few more minutes? Can I wrap this up in a few minutes? Okay, thank you.
I do feel like it's just very unfortunate that, Cam, he's seen a lot. He's seen a lot, and I come.
This does not help your case. Girl, please don't come up here and say that. Please don't say your child has seen a lot. We don't need to know that. I'm telling you, I really, I'm being honest with you when I tell y'all some things. My son has not seen a lot. Thank God, not from me, not from us. Oh no, oh no, girl. And that's why we had to go stop going to some of these places, y'all, because we went to this one. Let me tell y'all this, sidebar, okay? We went to where did we go? We went to the trampoline park, y'all, and we was leaving out, and I had my grandchildren, my other children, my older children were there, and we were like, okay, let's have all the grandchildren or all the children take pictures together. And I was like, cool, my old children, we just stood on the sign. We were so happy. They was taking pictures outside of the trampoline park in front of the sign. So we heard some cursing, yelling, and so we look over to the left, adults. We was like, no, you understand what I'm saying, girl? I had to call the police. I was like, leave him alone, and we had to break them up, and we had to call the police. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, look, we're gonna have to chill out on going to some of these places because I'm telling you, we went somewhere else and they started brawling. I'm telling you, I'm like, I'm serious, y'all, to children events. We went to this birthday party. My granddaughter had a birthday party, and I forgot what this place was called, but it was like a little indoor party. It was like a little indoor amusement park, and I'm telling you, them people started fighting. I'm like, we gotta go. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, you girl, don't come up here telling us what your child done seen. We don't want to know that your child done seen some stuff or whatever. This is not okay. Like, we don't need to know that. The whole internet don't need to know that because the next question is going to ask, and don't act like that caseworker won't watch your video, because the next question that caseworker is going to ask, what have you seen, child? What have you been through? What has your mom done that you have seen that she's talking about in these videos, this YouTube video? Can you please explain to us, young man? That's too much.
Telling him like when
You
he
giving them ammunition.
turn 18, it's gonna be his responsibility to go to therapy because I'm not gonna be able to force you to go to therapy anymore. And I am aware.
Exactly. Okay, so Mastermind just also brought up an interesting point too. She's like, well, you have admitted that you yell at him and you're overwhelmed. Like, those are key words. You understand that those are two words you don't say to a case worker. You never say that to a case worker because they're like, oh, she's overwhelmed. They're gonna write that down. I just told you, I gave y'all some examples on the things that they'll write this down. This goes in your file. And so, explanation. Some caseworkers may not get an explanation. Suppose that one caseworker that came in there, he wasn't a caseworker. He was like an adoption consultant. And suppose it was like a caseworker. It's certain things you have to be mindful about what you're saying because usually of course, like adoption consultant and things like that, because they're going to probe the questions and ask more. Sometimes the caseworker is not going to probe. Sometimes they're just going to write down exactly what you said. So you have to be mindful of that. Okay. mm mm mm. She mad. She was at the school party and the teacher was holding the baby, and I felt something. Now, see, that's probably what happened. They probably called in on her. Exactly. She needs to put some boric acid right in her cabinets, right, for the roaches, and stop showing them so much, right, because it doesn't look good for the chicken's health. Exactly. And see, another thing is, she said that they're going to come and exterminate, but she could have did that. She should have been exterminating herself prior to them coming. You know, there's bombs, boric acid. It's a lot of things that you can get at the Dollar General that would help you, or Walmart, right? She literally uploading the evidence that the crier is going to use right to take her kids. Exactly. The difference with some of these moms is that their fathers don't care. Exactly. Exactly. See, you have to be careful of this, girl, because he don't seem like he want to pay child support anyway. And by him not wanting to pay child support, he's going to definitely go out and then make you pay child support. I'm telling you.
That my own actions, my own behavior could possibly contribute to him, needing therapy for a really long time.
Why would you say this? Why? Why would you say this on camera?
Based off of what he's seen and whether I've like yelled at him unintentionally because I was stressed out and going through a lot of stuff. Him also hearing constant crying and whining because I do have smaller kids. So I am aware of that, guys. But it could be a scary thing, for a 12-year-old, especially getting pulled out of class in front of everybody. And I'm sure the kids have.
But you are giving them ammunition to pull him out of class. Why would you say that you yell at him and you can be overwhelmed? Like those are key words not to say to someone. They're just like, that's why I look at Jasmine like, girl, keep saying you're overwhelmed and see what happens. Keep saying that.
Had questions when you got back to class?
Yeah, but I just ain't said nothing. I just said nothing.
Well, that's good. It could be a scary feeling because, do you feel like, although I know the allegations are I don't really know what the allegations are because I haven't spoken to the lady yet, but do you
It sounds like you do know what the allegations are. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like you know what the allegations are. It feels like you know. I'm just going to tell you.
feel like I abuse you and neglect you?
No, because
Why would you ask this child this in front of everybody?
you doing things right. I don't see nothing wrong you doing.
Oh, that's good. That makes me feel good. I'm not the perfect parent.
Child, what is wrong with these women up here on YouTube, social media? Sorry, let me go back a little bit. I need to be getting my little butt off of here and helping this finishing this homework up. I really Daddy gonna probably end up helping anyway.
You doing things
So I'm
right.
about to
I
get
don't
off
see
here in a
nothing
minute.
wrong you doing.
Oh, that's good. That makes me feel good. I'm not the perfect parent. I am gonna yell at you when I tell you to do something, especially if I have to
It
tell you to do something
depends on how you yell at children. Like, okay, for example, if your child is in another room and they can't hear you if you whisper. If I'm like, son, and he can't hear me, so I might have to elevate or octane my voice. I'm like, or I might have to yell if he's upstairs or he's downstairs and I'm upstairs, or if I'm around, you know what I mean? I might have to yell. That's different, right? Or if a car's coming, I'm like, get out the way, or something's getting ready to fall, get out the way. So those are typical things of yelling and things like that, right? Or if they're doing something they're not supposed to do. It depends on like, stop it. You know what I mean? I'm not going, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But if you're saying, stop that, you know what I mean? Sorry when you do your ears like that, but it's a difference, right? And then if you saying curse words back to your child, ma'am, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because that is a form of oos. That is a form of oos. If you curse at your child, you got to be careful of that. You got to be careful of that. You know what I mean? Just saying, we can't just say that. Oh, cause we see Olivia do it, we see Jasmine do it, but we can't do it. We can't, not call it out with Erica either. Okay, because we like Erica, right?
times and you're not listening, I'm gonna yell. And I'll even go to the extent to say maybe even some cuss words will come out because
Oh no.
I am going through a lot. And that's not saying that I'm taking it out on
But
Cam.
you are though. When you say that, that's not saying you taking it out, but you are. If you're going through some things and you're upset with your children because you're going through some things, then obviously, guess what, ma'am? That is you taking it out on them. Okay, maybe you don't know that. You need to get counseling and therapy yourself. I'm telling you, if you go ahead and do that, that would really help you. Okay. And I could understand you being depressed. I could understand you feeling some kind of way, but you cannot take it out on your children because your life is sucked. Because your life sucks. Your life sucks because you allowed your life to suck. Okay. You could easily make your life unsuck. Okay. You could easily do that by working through it and working on yourself. But you, in no way, shape, or form, can you take it out on your children. That is not their responsibility. It's not their fault. Okay. You're back. Right. She said them as him, right? And that's not his job exactly. Exactly. In another video, she told him the only possibility. What? She told him the only person that could get him. What? She told who that though, child? She said them as in him and her. That's not his job. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, she put in too much. So it sounds like she's putting too much responsibility on this young man, and she feels like she's trying to put him in the role of him being the man of the house, and he's not the man of the house. Hello?
Or any of that. But like parenting is one of the hardest jobs in the world. And
Yes.
it's unfortunate that this is like my
It
fourth.
is, but at the same time, you're the one deciding to have all these different children, fathers, and babies. You're the one that keeps making these babies, which is overwhelming yourself and not having no help or no husband or somebody there that's going to stand by you and help you raise these children. You are arguing, and then when you set your butt over here arguing with these ninjas on live, and you arguing with, you know, uh, what's her name, Creobae and all this other stuff. You should have been getting you a job and getting your little self together, and then you possibly could have still been doing YouTube and having a job, and just getting you like a nanny or somebody that you did a deep investigation on, and then placing them in the care until you can get off of work, or maybe I know some police stations have where all them go they go to a they put their children in a type of a government um daycare where they know like there's what I mean, people that's in the forest, they all their children there, you know what I mean. It's different things that you could do to place your children in of a daycare or of a facility, or someone who could watch them, that you can trust that's responsible and that loves your children, that will make sure that they can do, good for your children, right? Instead of being on here because it's not helping you, or you need to gear your content in a different way and not show these children if it's going to be too much of a problem, because it obviously is, because you're overwhelmed. So you have to figure out something differently, because this is not the way. You might need to tap out for a little while.
Time being under investigation. Um, it's a lot, y'all.
That's a lot. That's traumatizing, not just for your children, but for you to be under investigation. So if you talk to I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you also a way to do it. If you voluntarily go up to the caseworkers and talk to them and just let them know, hey, I had a child by blah blah blah, by this person, by that person, and yes, I love my children, but I do know that I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I need help in getting my faculties under control. So I need a regular 9 to 5 that's going to pay me some good money, because it don't look like you're making that much money because you are in the projects now. So you might as well go get you a job, a regular job, and just work there, and then just try to figure out something that you can do within maybe you can do You can be at the desk at the police station. I don't know. It's a lot of different things that you can do around that. Your you can facilitate. You can go to work at a certain period of time and get off before the children even get home. You understand what I'm saying? Because even her being a detective, that would have been a lot too, because they do have long hours.
I do want to apologize to you because when I got there, so this is the thing. When I got to school,
It gets worse.
so there's two different doors. On the left side, you go in and you sign in, you get like a name tag, and on the right side, that's the side that the kids are supposed to come out of or go inside. And so Cam saw me walking up, guys, and he didn't know. And I'm like overprotective of my kids. Like, it's one thing for you to yell and talk crazy to my kid, like, and I'm not there. But what you're not gonna do is talk stupid to one of my kids and thinking that I'm not gonna say nothing, because guess what? You can't paddle me, and well, you can't paddle him either, because I signed those papers saying absolutely not.
So they still whooping children in the Texas school system? Oh no.
My kids before I let a teacher paddle my kid, period. And that's another thing that I don't understand with CPS is they always want to know, like, do you whoop your kids? Like, do the school whoop my kids, or can the school whoop our kids? If the school can whoop your kids with a big board, 3 swats, I can whoop my kids. The reality of it is I try to avoid whooping my kids because I seen a lot of abuse growing up, and I was abused growing up, so I try not to do that.
And that's another thing. Let me tell you something else too. A lot of times when you come from an abusive home, they feel like you're more than likely to be abused. That's how they look at it too. And that's an unfortunate, right? They feel like it's two ways. Either you overcompensate, meaning you don't provide any type of discipline for your children because of what happened to you as a child, or you are doing the oosif. You're doing the oosif, right? So they do kind of look at you when they find out that your parent has oozed you, or you was under certain energies. They kind of do look at that, and they do worry about children being in your care. I'm just keeping it real with y'all, because I've taken these classes, and I'm telling you, I taken these classes, and I'm telling you, they told us like what, when you looking for certain man. Okay, let's continue.
I would rather yell to get my frustrations out, but yelling sometimes.
But yelling to get your frustrations out. Do you know that those are two words? Yelling to get your frustration out. Girl, you need to delete this video.
Actually, yelling never works. But basically, back to the story, I'm getting out the car, and I'm having to get car seats and stuff out. And Cam saw me, and on impact, he opened the door, and she tried to get on him in front of me about, like not opening up the door. And so I get the school policy, but ma'am, you know what I'm saying? Like, under these circumstances, he's already going through a lot of stuff. He just talked to the freaking CPS lady. He don't know if he finna get separated from his brothers, or like cut the kids some slack. So I had to get on her ass. Sorry. I had to get on her right in front of him because okay. I'm gonna step behind my kid.
Yeah, this is a lot. And so if he's already going through something, why are you adding to the fuel?
He is 10 toes. Like I said, I don't know. The day is like pretty much over. I don't have a missed call yet. I don't have a call back yet. I don't have a missed call. I don't have a voicemail, nothing. So I just kind of just got to just weigh it out and see. And if I don't hear anything back tomorrow, then I guess I'm just going to have to be forced to go up there and see what's going on. The kids are in therapy. They probably got like a good 30 minutes left. And I got to try to get home, and I guess I'll go ahead and fix my kids this
when our children, when you're getting therapy, when your child is getting therapy, depending on what ages, usually they want you to sit in the therapy with them. Okay, but I don't know, maybe it's different.
Parmesan wings, and then I still gotta like take everything out of the cabinets and just get my room together, stuff out of the closets for the exterminators to come. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to hear from Camden, because I do consider you guys family. Like,
we're not your family. We don't know you. Okay, we don't know you. We're not your family. Stop treating the internet like it's your family, because it could be your worst enemy. It could be the biggest thing. If you provide, don't stop providing too much information to the internet. It is not none of our business what's going on with you and your household. What you have to do is get off of here, go ahead and get you a regular job, and go ahead and prove to them that you're not unfit, and making sure that you go get counseling and therapy yourself, so you can work through whatever frustrations you have, so you do not take it out on the children. And then another thing you need to do is go go ahead and work with the children's fathers, and you all try to become one unit. And maybe the children need to be over there with the father for a little bit longer than usual. You know what I mean? Maybe they need to be over there. Maybe I need to split custody or something like that. Then that way you don't have to worry about them, coming against them, and then stay off of this internet and stop talking about them so much or whatever, and just focus on getting you a job and getting yourself back together, because you're not in a good place. You're not in a good place financially. You're not in a good place physically, emotionally, psychologically, or housing where you stay. This is not okay. So you're gonna have to figure it out. Don't come back on here with this child and exploiting him just like the rest, like Jasmine and Olivia does. This is not okay. You should never do this. You should have backed off of this a long time ago, and it's unacceptable. Is what it is. It's not acceptable. It's unacceptable, not acceptable, not necessary, and unnecessary. Okay, this should not be done. Okay. Good Lord. All right, y'all gotta get out for here. This boy, his homework, he's just in a rush because he want to play his game, and I understand that. So let me go ahead and get off here because I should have been off 45 minutes ago. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody going live with me. I'm gonna come back live later on. Once he goes home, I'm gonna come back live, and I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Have a blessed day. All right.